Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy from the borough, D-Rymez, Westside 89.6, the Shutdown show. And right now we've got an artist that's just shutting down every single thing she jumps on. When I saw her the first time, I knew this girl was going to be a star. If you don't know who I'm talking about ALICAI HARLEY. What's good?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? How are you dealing with things right now?
It's calm, man. I'm just taking one day at a time, and going hard every day,
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. During this whole pandemic thing, have you been sort of making it a productive?
Definitely. Probably trying to push myself even more, and take myself out of my comfort zone, because obviously you kind of get more time by yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I said, one day at a time.
100%. And when this whole thing sort of started, I mean, I have to talk about the pandemic with artists, because every single artist has their own story of what they were trying to do this year that kind of got locked off. So what did you have planned this year that you could sort of complete?
I feel like for me, well, there was a lot of shows, isn't it? There was proper shows, like obviously for a lot of artists, there was like shows, there's festivals, EP, my EP's still coming, but with everything, you kind of just have to, it makes sense to move around what makes sense. You understand what I mean? And not just like, and I feel like, yeah, it's kind of done that, but also at the same time, nothing before its time. And like I said, it's kind of meant that I've been creating more as an artist or pushing myself more. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Still looking on the price tag.
Yeah, keeping positive is obviously, it says a lot about yourself. During this whole free time, have you picked up anything else? So you've been chefing, have you been building? What new skills have you picked up, would you say?
I've started trying to being able to clean up my vocals, to mix up my vocals, recording myself more. And I feel like I'm there. Yeah. I'm getting there now, I'm getting more so now. Nah. That's something that I really wanted to do. And yeah, so.
Nah, that's amazing.
Amongst other stuff.
I really want to know about your come up. So tell me how it all started from your end, where you were raised, and how that played an influence on your music that you make right now.
Well, for me, I was born in Jamaica. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, Cutler and Penn. And I came to London when I was 5. So obviously I grew up around reggae, I grew up around dancehall, all of that, Woody Bantan, Lyrisa. So that meant that obviously I already had all of that in there, do you know what I mean? And then South London. I'm from South London, Croydon, CL7. And so I was all into all the grime. I was that kid that would stand up in the middle of the living room just watching Channel U. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then I've seen all these rappers, and then so it was like I was rapping and I was now playing on the dancehall, and I feel like I've always done music, so it was always music from when I was 12. I started going into the studio, and then I guess once I kind of found my feet. I think as an artist, you play around and you create. Once I found my feet, I managed to kind of find a sound. That's not really, I wouldn't even say it's a sound, because it's a collective of a few other sounds. And I kind of found my place, and it wasn't really a place. It's just more express.
And how, I love that. You definitely keep your essence. You keep the Caribbean essence in your music, which is amazing. And, you're super versatile as well. You can flip it to R&B, which is what we're going to talk about a little later on about your new track, I Just Want to Know, which is your most recent one, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
So when you started doing the whole dancehall thing, sort of like the whole UK dancehall thing, were there any inspirations outside of Jamaica that was like, yo, you know what? This is working out here. This is working down here in the UK.
Okay, I would say. Like other dancehall artists. Yeah,
other dancehall artists that you thought, you know what, it's really, really working down here in the UK. That you thought, you know what, let me.
I feel like around the specific time, I can't remember now. If around the time when I was kind of touching, I think someone that's in the UK that's a dancehall artist.
Yeah.
I would say Style G. We have Gappy Ranks but at the time, I think at the time of Gold, I think it was all a few of us collectively around at the same time. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, exactly.
Big Zeeks, and it was kind of like a few of us at the time, but So yeah, I don't, yeah, but
I still
them like the style of do, you know what I mean, a gappy racks and that. But like, I don't think at the time like that.
Do you have?
I feel like that's still happening. Like,
yeah, it's very tight knit.
That happened after, you know, style again. So,
yeah, no, it's amazing. It's very, very tight knit. It's a good little. I still think it's a small community, which is great because a lot of you lot are shining.
I feel like it is, but there's others, by the way. But I feel like it is quite small. But what Talawa? What is it? That's actually a Jamaican saying. What is it? We look at what Talawa, something like that. Yeah.
Nah, that's amazing. And do you write all your music?
I do actually. So all the music that anyone's ever heard, I've written or I've collaborated in terms of being in the studio with writing with, like, for example, instructions. But I'm so into like writing with people and like not even just writers, like my friends. Like I love music so much anyway as a writer, and I'm so confident as a writer. So it's not a thing where anything's being taken from me or something. But so I love collaborating, and I'm open to all of that.
Yeah, no, it's great, man. I mean, you've got the voice for it, you've got the energy, which is amazing. So I can imagine next year, I mean, God willing, everything goes okay, you're probably going to have a few. Yeah. Do you reckon you'll have some gigs back in your hometown?
100%. I haven't actually got to do that yet.
How would that feel for you?
Do you mean like in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I think I said, I don't know if I can imagine what it would feel like yet, but yeah.
No, that would be incredible. I can definitely see that happening. Do you have a sort of dream collaboration?
Would you Banton?
I see. Yeah, I see that. You mentioned Buju from the get-go when you were mentioning artists, so I can see you're very, very, very passionate about Buju. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, he's out and about now. I'm pretty sure that he's open to talent. So, so in terms of your next mixtape and stuff like that, what is that looking like for you? Is it complete? Is it coming out? Is there more time?
Well, it's complete, and it's my first EP. It's my first project. It's an EP. It's an EP with 10 songs, and it's coming. It's coming very soon. There's not a date yet, but I'm yet to announce the date to everybody. But it's called the Red Room Intro. Yard now written, and it's a come, and it's soon come.
So the Red Room Intro, is that a Shutdown show first exclusive that knows the name of the EP? Or have you told? Do other people know about it?
Yeah. I've been signing for it over you now.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. When did you feel like this was really working for you? I mean, what was your sort of break into the industry?
Gold in 2017. 2017 when I dropped Gold. When I dropped it, when I posted this on Snap. And I was just like, yeah. And it was just a response. I was like, well, what? Because it was a big difference. It was a big difference from like, I did have the supporters and everyone was there, but it was just like such a big difference, the ratio. And I could like feel it instantly.
So that big track. Gold's a big track.
Thank you so much.
And so like you mentioned that you brought out Gold, but were you ever sort of rapping when you were younger? When did you start? Did you start when you were younger? Did you release a cheeky little mixtape that you handed around school? Was it, or did you just literally come out with your sound at that time?
No. So when I was younger, so from when I was like 12, I started going. The first time I went in the studio, I had been actually kicked out of school at the time, and I recorded at a studio that was actually in there, and my dad had passed just not too long before that. And I recorded a song in there, so that was the first thing I recorded. From then, it was just studio. Then it was mostly rapping. So I sang that first song that I recorded. Then I was just rapping. And I think it was rapping with an advantage because I would do this rap, like as in rap, like I was the youngest in charge.
Yeah.
I was like the youngest on my nail page. And it was like I was rapping, and then I would drop in the little keys here and there. And I guess no one really actually knew I could actually sing. So it was kind of like just this little secret rapping thing we kind of dropped in here and there. And even then, I think they thought I didn't know I could sing it. But so it was that then. And then I released an EP called Gonna Make It, I'm Gonna Make It. And that I handed around the school. They actually paid for that, actually. It wasn't even a hand around thing. Yo, me a bad girl, you know. Yo, what I think, yo, you
Nah, that's
Because it was on iTunes, everything. But I remember the EP, and I think we sold it for £5. So the EP was £5, and the iTunes versions and stuff like that.
Nah, do you know why I asked this question is because I've been an artist myself as well. There's always a grind before the shine. You understand what I'm saying? So I knew there's a build up to your success. So the mixtapes from back in the day. You mentioned God rest his soul, your pops. Did you sort of write about his death afterwards? Was any music inspired sort of afterwards about his death, etc.?
So the first song I wrote, and that was in 2008. That was in 2008. 2012, 2008, 2012, something like that. I don't know right now, but and that was the first one. That was called Daddy's Gone, and that was a singing one. Here and there, like I've written like raps, like where I kind of touch on the situation, I kind of touch on how it makes me feel, but I've never kind of like put myself back into like the mind frame to like write a whole song about the situation again. But I feel like it's definitely something I'm gonna do. Yeah, I would like to.
100%. Your pops will definitely be proud of you. Definitely be proud of you. 100%. God rest his soul. So I just want to know. That is a proper. The essence of R&B is really in there, ALICAI.
Thank you.
Like your voice it suits it so well. You're super, super versatile.
Thank you.
And I mean, you're probably gonna say what I think you're gonna say, but do you prefer R&B at all over sort of the Caribbean essence, or are you always on that side? I mean, what do you like riding around to?
Music.
Yeah.
I don't prefer either, honestly, and that's the truth. I love music, and yeah. I don't think there's a genre that I prefer more than the two. You know what I mean? That I do. Either I just really love music, and when it hits you feel no pain.
100%. And who produced that beat?
That was produced by Antiwave.
Okay.
All of that.
Amazing. And you've got a couple. You've got a few features as well. Obviously, you got a track with Stonebwoy too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Understand. We got Stonebwoy.
Big track. Big track. And with
Thank you so much.
And with your EP coming out, are there any names that we don't know that's going to be featured on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it names that you? Is it names that you haven't said?
No. Well, yeah. Names that I haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
So you've got a few collaborations.
Yeah. I've got 1 or 2, 3, 4.
Are there any you can name?
Tony Matterhorn's on it.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Big
up that song on it. Yeah. Is it time to give all the noise?
Let's go. Trust me. This is a build up regardless. Or you can leave it as that.
Leave it as that.
I'll leave it as that. Cool. Tony Matterhorn, big up Tony Matterhorn. And I'm really looking out for that. I'm really, really looking out for that. How many tracks are you expecting on that? 10? Okay, that's neat. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. And let's just say, God forbid, this sort of COVID thing does extend a little longer. Are you just gonna be super patient with it and release it the way you've always dreamed to release your first EP? With a party, with a release party and cupcakes
no, because my thing is, it's not that COVID, because if we were in lockdown for the next 2 years, that EP is coming out. The EP, you know what I mean? It's like it's coming out. It's just making everything make sense. You know, the world's in a bit of a place. You know.
Yeah. So regardless, it's coming out.
EP are coming out, baby. Music up run. Yes. People want dance. People want go out and party, but they can't. So they might stay and they also listen to it. Duh. Yeah, 100%.
ALICAI, look, you know what? I'm so excited to hear this project. I'm really, really, really vouching for your music on my show. I don't know how many times you lock into the Shutdown show, but believe me, I'm playing and spinning ALICAI HARLEY.
Eating it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, 100%. So
God
I wish you the best. We're gonna catch up, and when everything becomes, normal again, come down to the station. Let's get another interview there as well. But good luck and God bless with everything you're doing.
Oh, God bless. Take care. Thank you for having me.
You too, darling. Take care.